Hello YouTube and welcome to my channel. My name is Takia, and if you've been guided to this video, then I am serving as your earth guide or earth angel for the time being. Today we're getting into a weekly Tarotscope reading for the sign of Cancer. Before we get into it, I do want to remind everyone, especially if you're new to Tarot, that this is a general reading, meaning not every message shared in this reading is going to apply to every area or aspect of your situation or life. So it is important to use your own discernment when it comes to deciding or determining which messages are for you and which ones are not. A good tip for this would be if you leave the reading more confused than you were going into it, then it more than likely was not your message or reading. All right, so I did try recording this video previously and I was interrupted. But the first card is going to represent your energy for this week, Cancer. Some of you may be dealing with a Scorpio because I keep saying Scorpio. But your energy for this week, Cancer, is that of the wolf, okay? And what I'm getting here, this can go vice versa. You may be the mother, you may be the child, okay? But there's a tendency to go against the grain here, go against family tradition or beliefs here, okay? I feel like you're straying away from something your family is used to doing, or a belief that your family is used to having, a tradition or something here. Cancer, this may be you, this may be your child, okay? But if you are the wolf, Cancer, there's this energy of you wanting to kind of pull your child back on path, if you perceive them to be straying away. But with the wolf, there's a need to allow our offspring, with the energy of the wolf, to kind of live out their own path. Of course, we can offer guidance and advice, but with the wolf, it's about allowing and loving from a distance, okay? If this is you, Cancer, straying away from a particular family tradition or something that someone else is wanting you to do, this could just be societal norms, you straying away from societal norms, but I'm getting a strong family, particularly mother energy here. So you're going against something that your family wouldn't necessarily believe in or want you to do, okay, whatever this is. And then for others of you, there's this energy of just being a lone wolf here. So there may be the energy of you going on an inner journey or self-discovery here this week for some of you guys. But I do get the sense of a Cancer here breaking away from societal norms or family norms, okay? Whether that's a child or you breaking away from your family, okay? What's your obstacle for this week, Cancer? And we get the Panther as your obstacle. So some of you, this literally could be your mother being very overbearing, or this is you, Cancer, as an overbearing mother, okay? And you're needing to tame this energy of the Panther, like I said, wanting to control your child or your offspring here, or wanting to control something or someone you perceive to be going outside of the norm or family tradition or belief here. For others of you, there's really a need, if you're trying to break away from some sort of societal norm, belief, idea, a family tradition or belief, you're wanting to break free from that. There's really a need for you to allow certain things to die or fall away if they're wanting to, okay? I feel like there's a need for the old way to die anyway. So it's natural or right for you to feel like you need to break away from whatever this is, because it's no longer aligning with you and it's not going to fulfill you or make you happy if you continue to live in this way or believe in this belief, because it's really going against who you are at the essence, okay? It's not making you happy doing this thing or believing this thing or following this thing, okay? And so I do feel like your obstacle this week is allowing those things or that belief or that idea or family. If it's family, it's going to be particularly hard to distance yourself from certain family members who are trying to impose their will on you. But there's a need for that to happen this week, Cancer. There's someone in your energy or around you who's trying to mold you into being what they want you to be. This could even be your own ego, okay? If you're on social media a lot, adopting or internalizing societal's views on what your life should look like and what you should be doing, in terms of it could be anything: diet, career, finances, whatever. I feel like you're ingesting, or is that a word? Ingest. You're taking in too much from social media and media in general here when it comes to your beliefs and your lifestyle here, okay? For some of you guys, that's going to resonate. Whatever this is, okay, it's representing something that's trying to keep you confined in a box. Whether this is an actual person projecting their beliefs and ideas onto you, or it's yourself internalizing way too much from social media or media in general, okay? And there's a need to allow that to fall away, okay? At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Phoenix, which is all about rising from the ashes and not allowing our circumstances, past, present, or future, whatever, define who we are as a person. This is about transmuting negative experiences and turning them into positive, or transforming negative attributes or characteristics about ourselves and turning them into positive, okay? So, Cancer, I do feel like, and Cancers do have the tendency to want to make their family happy. They're very family-oriented signs, okay? And this is to say that doing what you want to do and following your passions is not going to make you a bad person, Cancer. Just because someone's not able to see your vision in its infantile state while it's still a fetus, doesn't mean that it's not valid, doesn't mean that it's bad, okay? And so not allowing others' opinions to kind of come in and taint whatever you're trying to work towards, or whatever life or reality you're trying to produce or create for yourself, okay? Because when we're following our soul essence, our higher self, our higher guidance, it ultimately leads us to this fulfillment that we're seeking, okay? By staying in the box that someone else is trying to confine us in, whether it's society, family, our job, whatever, eventually it turns us into a bitter and angry person, okay? It makes us irritated because we're constantly doing something that isn't in alignment. And we don't want that to be you this week, Cancer, right? So whatever this is, Spirit is asking you to allow it to fall away. And that's going to be your obstacle for this week, okay? Okay, so we are going to pull an oracle for your guidance or advice for this week. And I'm pulling from the Spirit Messages deck by John Holland here. Let's get advice for Cancer this week. I'm just getting like an overemphasis of some Cancer out there. There's just an overemphasis on how others are going to perceive you, okay, this week. I don't know how long you've been in this energy, but for this week, that's what's coming up for you to be mindful of. Okay, so definitely, like I said, this definitely has to do with child-parental dynamic here. A mother-child, father-child relationship. This card says a child's love, okay? The love between a parent and a child is one of the most precious and deep connections we make during our time on earth. Children start out as part of us, and from their first cries, they establish themselves as the biggest part of their hearts. So again, if you're resonating as a parent here and your child is branching off and doing something that isn't really the norm, okay, there's a call for you to be compassionate and empathic towards this child, because like I said, or like the card is saying, they start out as part of us, and then they become their own individuals, okay? And it's not really up to us to determine what their path is going to be in life. Of course, we can offer up guidance and assistance, advice, but we can't force them to follow the path that we think is going to be best for them, because just because we think with our ego mind that it's going to be better does not necessarily mean it's going to make them happy ultimately. And shouldn't that be the number one priority? I mean, life's too short to live a life that does not fulfill you. And then if this is you and you're resonating as having an overbearing parent, I feel like this card is calling you to have empathy for this parent, because they're only doing what they perceive to be right from their level of consciousness. So it's time to take a step back and still show love to this person from a distance, and be understanding that they're coming from a very limited understanding right now. Okay, and so they may not understand what you're trying to do or accomplish right now for yourself. Okay, and it doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you wrong to go against what your parents are trying to enforce or instill. Okay, if it does not resonate, if it goes directly against your soul and your essence, and it's not fulfilling you or not making you happy, it's okay to disagree with them. It does not make you love them less. It does not make you a bad person. Okay, it just makes you an individual expressing yourself because you have your own path. Okay. And I'm looking at this card here, and it says individuality. So there's a time right now, Cancer, to branch out and do something different. Branch out from a family dynamic, branch out from a friendship, societal norms. It's breaking some sort of tradition here and choosing to rise above it and follow what makes you happy. All right, Cancer, that has been your reading for this week. I hope you found something here that resonated with you and will help you during this week and any obstacles, circumstances that may present themselves to you this week. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends if you feel guided to, and I hope you return with me on another video. All right, bye, Cancer.